Hello, everyone. Today is the episode in which Lucy rants about FNaF while I run all the way up.
It's not really a rant, just my whole spiel.
Also, just so you know, when we get back to Firelink, that will be some story stuff. So,
Alright,
at some point, I might ask you to just hold off for a moment.
that's fair enough. Okay, Five Nights at Freddy's. There are generally two camps out there. Either you have the people saying it's really great, it's a perfect horror series, yada yada yada. And then on the other side you have a bunch of people saying, no, it's fucking trash, it's the worst thing ever made.
Now, just for the record, my personal camp is that I respect the first game, and the second game was an interesting addition to that, but then afterwards it was kind of just, eh.
Yeah, okay, so I'm somewhere in between. Of, like, I fucking hate the people who treat it like it's the greatest thing since sliced bread and refuse to accept any criticism of it. I think the first one was pretty cool. Because it feels like a game of that, you know, it was just an idea that some guy had and he just kind of ran with it, and I think that kind of thing is awesome.
Especially
right?
given Scott Cawthon's gaming history, if I remember correctly, it wasn't, like, particularly fantastic.
Yeah, he did a lot of Christian games beforehand. But anyway, it felt like he had an idea and he just kind of ran with it, and that was really cool, and I think he did it well. You know, he had an idea with security cameras and jump scares, and, like, while jump scares are pretty cheap in terms of horror, it did what it set out to do. It was, it's for the people who, it's kind of a thrill-seeking thing, right?
Right.
Also,
really
it built...
quickly, I don't remember where I'm supposed to get off, so, like, hold on 5 seconds just so I can figure this out.
Alright.
I just want to make sure I don't die here. Okay, there we go. Continue.
Alright, yeah. This is kind of a thrill-seeking thing, right? Because what it does, and does very well, is it builds on the tension continually, and then basically just goes boom.
Yeah.
Right. And the story in the background, I think, was kind of a part of that, because, like, it wasn't important enough to make it a massive part of the game, right, and mess with the gameplay or something. He just kind of put it in as a little Easter egg for people to find. You know, a similar thing of he had an idea and just kind of ran with it. Right?
Right.
And I have massive respect for that, because, like, that's a cool way to design a game. And, jump scares are cheap horror and kind of lame, but, like, what can you do? And then came the second one, which was interesting, but it felt a bit cheapened. Because the way Five Nights at Freddy's 2 worked, is it a slightly different approach to getting you with the jump scares? What Five Nights at Freddy's 2 did was it gave you about 1 million different things to do, so that you're distracted and then it hits you with the jump scare.
Yeah.
Right, because the amount of animatronics in it was more than doubled from the first game, and a lot of them had very special things you had to remember to get them to leave you the fuck alone. And so it'd give you a bunch of busy work, keep you distracted, and then boo, gotcha.
Yeah.
So I feel like as a game, Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is less effective, because you know, focuses less on the atmosphere and building tension and stuff like that. And the lore stuff, like, basically, I like the first one and the fourth one.
Yeah, that's my thing too. I like 4 is my favorite.
Yeah, the first one was good because it had that era of, like, it was just an idea. It was kind of a passion project thing. He had an idea and ran with it, and it turned into something that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then 4 was legitimately terrifying.
Oh, absolutely.
And really that's just because it fucking nailed the atmosphere, I feel like.
Yeah.
It put you in a bedroom, put you in a situation where you didn't even have security cameras, so you literally cannot see what's going on.
Yeah.
And you have to listen, and it's a pretty cool. It's terrifying, and like I feel like it's a bit too much at times, but just as a whole, it's probably one of the better ones. And then you go to the whole spin-off thing. Sister Location was interesting.
Did you ring the second bell? That is incredible, I must say. But now we have a new problem. It's noisy, it snores, and its breath is lethal. This is no laughing matter, I tell you.
So, also, the Firekeeper is dead. Because of Lautrec. So Firelink is now unusable to us. Unfortunately.
Wonderful.
Yeah. We can get it back up and running, but there's not really as much need to. That being said, say hello to Frampt.
Ah, hello.
I hate it.
Who rang the bell of awakening?
Also, you lied. This fucker has some form of lip syncing.
Frampt, close friend of the great Lord.
Okay, but it's like
chosen undead,
next to non-existent in a lot of these games.
I wish to elucidate your fate. Do you seek such enlightenment?
Yeah, I seek enlightenment.
Very well.
This is gross.
And I am pleased to share.
He reminds me of a bad Disney monster.
Your fate is to succeed.
Yeah, but drawn
Lord
hyper-realistically, so he's just gross.
So that you may link the fire, cast away the dark, and undo the curse of the undead. To this end, you must visit Anor Londo and acquire the Lord Vessel.
Alright.
I am pleased to see you well. Is it something urgent?
So we can feed him items.
Farewell.
In exchange for souls. That won't be too important right now, though. What is actually kind of more important is that we find a bonfire that I can use. Because right now, when it comes to that department, we are a little fucked. Now, I have an idea of a bonfire I can use, but it requires going a little off the beaten path. Actually, there's 2 bonfires I could use. I'm gonna grab a safety bonfire, so that I can refill my Estus before I try to do what I was gonna do, because we're gonna go back to the Undead Asylum.
Okay.
I know everyone's looking forward to that one. But first, let's go pay our friend Andre a visit. Hey guys. See ya. Oh, and as I think I mentioned, the fortress is now open. Actually, they showed us the fortress is now open. So technically speaking, that's actually where we're supposed to be going. But, I said, haha, fuck that. We're gonna kindle the flame so that we can get more Estus out of this.
Cool.
That's gonna be important just for the time being.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Andre.
Well, you seem to be don't need anything.
So here's also a fun fact about Andre. If I were to anger Andre and make him try to fight me, Andre is the only character in a Dark Souls game that will just straight up deck you.
Amazing.
Isn't it? So I'm gonna be reinforcing my sword a decent bit. Just to make sure that, we're doing the most that we can.
Mm-hmm. Man, the world is... How fucked would the world have to be for souls to be currency?
Pretty damn fucked, I would say.
Don't get you.
Yeah.
So, our scimitar is now the most upgraded it can be for the present.
Nice.
Yeah. Means we can do a lot of damage.
Hooray.
That's a lot of damage. Alright. So let's start heading for the Undead Asylum. With any luck, we can actually kill the boss, and that's where the episode ends today.
Mm-hmm. Can I continue the spiel?
Yes, you bet. I have to get to the area anyways.
Alright.
Sorry.
So the spin-off games are interesting. I like them just because you can tell Scott Cawthon was having fun trying to come up with something new.
Fuck. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Yes, Sister Location was a really interesting experimentation, and like, while there are many things to criticize, it was a nice change of pace, and you know, he did well, and FNaF World was quite a ride.
It was.
I never played that one.
I didn't either. I had to watch other people play because it actually got taken off the Steam store twice, I believe.
Wow.
The first time he took it down was he. So, as you may know, he has a reputation for claiming that a game will be released one day and then he releases it super early.
Yeah.
And he did that with FNaF World, and then FNaF World got a lot of heavy criticism because it was, it was his first attempt at an RPG, right? And it was heavily flawed, and after receiving criticism that it felt like he'd released an unfinished product, he took it off of the Steam store and offered refunds and stuff. He was a really good sport about it. And then now it's just off again, and I don't know why, and it doesn't really matter all that much. Yeah.
Fly, Fluffy, fly.
Yeah, and then good old Pizzeria Simulator was also an interesting thing. It kind of mixed a tycoon thing with good old FNaF formula, and it was weird, but it was a fun ride.
Yeah, that one was interesting.
Mm-hmm. And Five Nights at Freddy's 3 was the worst thing ever.
Yeah, it wasn't fun. You only had one thing to worry about. It was annoying.
And to make that one thing actually be a threat, he made it absolutely bullshit. It can basically teleport across the map.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, you thought I was over here where the balloon boy noise came from? No, bitch. I'm now in your vent. Coming to get ya.
Yeah. Oh, you thought I was all the way across the map? Well, now I'm in your office.
Hi! It's me. You're deaf?
Yeah, I feel like 3 could have been decent. Like, I really liked Phone Dude. But but yeah, it was not great.
Alright, fellas. You ready for the boss?
Yeah, sure. We actually just hit time though, so next episode?
Oh, you don't want to see it here?
I mean, we could, I guess, but we hit time. I just kept talking because I was in mid-sentence.
Alright, fine. We'll see you next episode. Goodbye!
Bye!
Bye.